So hey, what's up guys, Box here and welcome back to another episode of the MotoGP 20 career mode. And here we are then, we've only got this episode, another episode, we got 3 episodes including this one, so 2 more after this one. And then we get to decide where we want to go next season. So let's head down to the grid where we'll be heading out to Aragon, and we need to keep ahead of Marquez. He's only 7 points behind us, so we've got to watch out for him over the next 3 episodes really. So let's head down to the grid and see where we get to in qualifying. So then it was very tight up in qualifying. We ended up in P4 and it was very tight. I mean, it was 2 tenths, and I think Valentino Rossi got pole as well. Yeah, Valentino Rossi pole position here at Aragon. Marquez got second, Quartararo got third as well, and we were in 4th, and it was all separated by 2 tenths of a second. How crazy is that? So we've gone for a medium in the front and a hard in the rear. Valentino Rossi gone for the same, and then everyone around us seems to be on either that combo or the mediums, and Marquez has gone for a medium front and rear as well. So let's see what our start is like. Hopefully Valentino Rossi can maintain first place out of turn number 1, but it looks like Marquez, whoa, we almost got wiped out by Quartararo. Then Marquez challenging Valentino for first place. This isn't good. We need to get ahead of Marquez. He is trying to beat us in the championship, and so far he hasn't been able to get past us in the championship order. He's always just been, the closest he's been is 1 point behind. And Mir hits the deck for Suzuki. Suzuki really struggling this season, and I'm under pressure here from Quartararo. This is not good. Quartararo trying up our inside. I've tried to break late and go defensive, but it's not worked out, and Quartararo has completely done us there up the inside here at Aragon, and this is not good. If we finish 4th and Marquez finishes like 1st, he's going to end up like overtaking us in a championship. So yeah, we got a bit of work to do. 6 laps round here, so we should have plenty of time to do something about it. But if Marquez darts at the front, which is kind of what he's doing at the minute, then we could be in big trouble. Let's see if we can get Quartararo back up the inside. Very aggressive. I've completely lifted him up and moved him out of the way. Sorry Quartararo, but I got a championship to try and beat from Marquez. Running a bit deep there. Now coming onto the back straight then. This is where we can gain some time, hopefully, with our Aprilia power. You never thought we'd say that, especially when we joined Aprilia a season ago, but I seem to have completely ruined Zarco with lifting him up there. Seem to have lost a fair few places, and Dovi's now behind us, so I apologise to Quartararo, but I have to be aggressive and take risks. And then lap number 1 then, 51.2, and Valentino's pulling away ever so slightly. I need to close the gap to the Doctor and at least get 2nd place, but I need to beat. What's the gap then? We're going to come through the next sector split. This is where we got overtaken by Quartararo in the last lap, and the gap is 1.1. Oh, we need to close down the Doctor, who's doing very well. He's not done too good this season, neither's Vinales. So Yamaha have really struggled. They've really got their points through Quartararo. And of course, he's getting the points for the Petronas team rather than the factory team. So it's good to see Valentino up at the front at Aragon. Be even better if he would be leading the race, but Marquez hit the front very early on. That was crucial of Marquez. And now, in order for us to stay on top in the championship, I need to get 2nd place. Need to close down Valentino if I can. Thailand's next up, where hopefully we can get a good result at Thailand. But yeah, we haven't had a win in a little while, I think. I can't really remember. I can't remember. I might have won one of the races last episode. I can't remember. Oh, we're less than a second behind Valentino Rossi then. The gap's sort of hovering around a second. We close it in, and then you go back to just over a second, and then we close down again. So it's all very tight. I've run a little bit deep into the final corner there, turn 16. We've got hard in the rear, which I think is working for us, but look at Marquez. He's absolutely bolted. 47.5, 47.6. He's going quicker than us. Valentino Rossi dropped off the pace a little bit that lap, you can see. He's visually closer to us, and he's dropped off on Marquez too. So it's all about whether I can close the gap on Valentino, get the overtake done, and then try and close the gap to Marquez. And we do hopefully have the advantage with the tyre wear because we've got hard in the rear. So hopefully, come the end of the race, we might close down on Marquez, who might eat through his medium tyre. It's very heavy on the rear here at Aragon, and I've ran it deep there. Oh, just got put off by Valentino there. I was focused on him too much that I missed my braking point. Here we go then, down the hill at turn 9. We're all over the back of Valentino. We need to get this done on this lap if we're going to try and hunt down Marquez. Be interested to see if we can set a fast lap of the race. That would be good as well. Interested to see if Marquez sets another fast lap of the race. But here we go up the inside of Valentino. Run it deep at turn 12. Block him off there. Nothing he can do. Lot cleaner move that time. A lot cleaner than what we did to Quartararo, but it was at the same corner under similar circumstances. But this time we didn't completely nerf him off, so he must have been a little bit closer to Valentino. But there we go, job done. And now chasing down the race leader Marc Marquez, 1.5 seconds off. Let's see if we can do it. So crossing the line then to lap number 3, 47.5 from us, fast lap of the race. We've gone faster than Marc Marquez, so the race is on. Here it is, the title fight seems to come down to the title contenders each race. The race fight. Oh, get off the gravel, you idiot. But yeah, as I was saying, each race seems to be a battle for the championship. It is us and it is Marquez fighting every single race lately, and it's really going to come down to the wire in the final race out of Valencia. And we know Marquez is quick there. We know that I tend to struggle out of Valencia, although in the Moto2 last season, in the MotoGP last season on this very bike, while an old version of this bike, a slower version of this bike, we did very well. So we should have a little bit of hope. 1.7 seconds is the gap to Marc Marquez at the minute. Let's see if we can close it down. 37.5 was our previous lap time. This one hasn't felt as quick. I made a few little mistakes, but hopefully we can get pretty close to that lap, because we've only got 2 laps to go after this one. We want to close down Marc Marquez if possible. Palmo 2, 1.4, we've closed down a little bit. Who's behind us? It's still Valentino, but he's under pressure now from Dovizioso, who's currently sat in 3rd place, but he's a little bit far back in the championship. He's about 30 odd points behind us, so he's still close enough to be able to win it if we take each other out. So yeah, Dovi's very much still there, but the main fight is between ourselves and Marc Marquez. 47.7, we're only 2 tenths off of our previous lap time, which is good. I think we still marginally went quicker than Marc Marquez, but yeah, it's very close at the minute. I'm just trying to desperately catch up. Hopefully our rear tyre will start to come to us. Oh my god, losing my voice. Talking like an idiot. Come on, let's get him. Our championship is going to depend on it. I'm really hoping he doesn't close us down. It's going to be an interesting fight for you guys to watch, but I'm the one that's got to try and win this thing. It's definitely a struggle, but we're closing him down ever so slightly, but it's probably too little too late, because after this lap we've only got 1 lap to go. This corner here, turn 12, is this corner where we seem to really gain on the AI, so I need to try and use that to our advantage. But yeah, we're only going to have 1 lap after this back straight, so I'm going to have to really commit into the final corner. See if we get a good run out of here. We do get a pretty good run. We're about a second off. We've been closing him down a couple of tenths every lap, but I think we're just too far off. But if I really push it on the final lap, we might be able to do something about it. Let's go into the final corner. Absolutely bomb it. Oh, too deep. Don't want to do that. You can tell we're committed right now. We're on the limit. The rear tyre wants to give up on us, and I'm just trying to ask for the power, and it's not giving us, but we're through. Right, 47.3, fastest lap of the race. Marquez has to be feeling the pressure right now. He has to be feeling the pressure. We go into turn 1 a bit late, but we pull it together. It seems to work for us. Can we do it on the final lap? Come on. Let's go. We're closing him down. 0.8 of a second off now. It might be into the final corner. We can get him. Come on. I've got enough to go power mode 2 really to the end of the lap, I think. But I'm just going to chuck it down in this little sector here while I've got the time. Oh, turn 9 to get a good run out here is pretty decent. Pretty decent run. Chuck it around turn 10, then back on the power. This next corner, turn 12 after turn 11 here, is where we really do gain. So maybe we can close down. Look at this. Pushed it a little bit too deep on the brakes. I think we still managed to close them down a little bit. Whoa! Slip from the rear. It's all about the exit onto the main straight now. We might pick up some slipstream. Come on. Let's go. Oh, it's this final corner. We've got plenty of time to think about it, but it's going to approach very soon. Come on with a slipstream. Let's go. Let's see if we can brake very late up the inside. Let's go. Whoa! We've committed. And we've not done very well there. Marquez gets back through. Come on, back on the power. No. Marquez is going to win. We were going quickly, but we just lost too much time at the start, and I had to go for it on the final corner. 47 flat in the end. Good lap time, but that means Marquez is going to close us right down 2 points. Oh my god, this is such a tight race. This title race is so close. Oh, right, we still got the next race of this episode to go. So let's head down to the next round where hopefully we can get the jump on Marquez and extend this gap a little bit further. So then here we are in qualifying 2 of our Thai Grand Prix here. We made it through just about 3 tenths quicker than Petrucci. So yeah, let's see what we can do here in Q2. About 7 minutes left in the session. So opportunity to put a few laps in if we need to, but I'm hoping to get it done on this next lap. So let's see what we can do. Look at this, we're just half a tenth off of Quartararo's quickest time. He beat Marquez. Before he went out, it was Marquez leading with a 29.7, but then Quartararo's put a 29.6. So let's see if we can beat that time. Oh, 3 tenths under here out of turn 9. Can we hold that through this last sector? Few corners to go. Back on the power as we come out of turn 11 now. The rear's getting a little bit hot, but it should be okay. On the brakes then into the final corner for our qualifying lap here. A little bit over the curb, a little bit wide on exit, but we get away with it, I think, and it's going to be a 29 flat. Half a second quicker than Quartararo. That is good. I will take that. Not bad at all. So, a little bit of an advantage from qualifying, but I'm going to have to put some harder tyres on for the race. I remember struggling around here with the tyre wear, so it's going to be a medium front and a medium rear because we've got the long straight to really cool the bike down if we need to, but I'm going to go for a maximum fuel tank as well just to burn through some of the fuel. But I tell you what, Marquez with a hard in the front and the soft in the rear, that was a weird tyre combo, but it'll probably work for him, so let's see then. Quartararo going to be directly behind us, and then Marquez just behind him. We had quite a big advantage in qualifying, but whether that will translate to race pace is a different story. But let's see what our launch is like compared to Quartararo and Marquez there. Marquez gets a really good start, and coming into turn number 1, I feel like Marquez is going to be late on the brakes up the inside. Quartararo giving us a bit of a push there. We held him up a little bit. But here comes Marquez challenging down this straight. I'm going to go power mode 2 just to try and defend from him. I was trying not to use it at the start of the race. And then on the brakes into turn number 3. And he's right up the inside. I could hear him. Whoa! So close there. And Marquez loses out. And crucially, we lead early on at this stage in the Grand Prix. Marquez, I think he was worried we were going to hit him or something. But we're into the lead of the race. Got a bit of an advantage now, which is good. So let's see if we can carry this through the rest of the lap. Of course, we've got to make sure we look after the tyre. We're on a little bit deep into turn 5. I can hear someone. Whoa, Quartararo right behind us there. He's going to be quick here. We're running a little bit wide on exit at turn 7. And I'll tell you what, the Yamaha looks pretty quick because Valentino's right behind as well in 3rd place. Don't know where Marquez has gone to, but this is going to help us extend our lead in the championship. 3 tenths clear at the minute. I presume that's Alex Marquez being overtaken by Zarco. And we're safe out of the first lap, and we should lead coming into the final corner now and out to start lap number 2. We've got 7 laps around here at Thailand. So let's see. Oh, Vinales is ahead. Where's Marquez gone? He's really fallen back through the order. But it is the Yamahas that look to be the strongest here, because you've got Quartararo, Rossi, and then Vinales, and then Cal Crutchlow on the Castrol Honda there. So we lead. Still leading. I don't know whether these Yamahas are going to come back at us. Not very confident on the brakes into turn 3. We get a good exit anyway, and Quartararo closes back up, but I can use power mode 2 just to try and escape if we need to. We're also 3 weeks off another upgrade for the frame, and that will be the final upgrade on the frame for Aprilia, I think, because we won't have enough weeks left in the season to research for the next part and then bolt on the next part as well. So yeah, that'll probably be the last upgrade we get, and it's a reduction in tyre consumption, so it should help improve our tyre wear throughout the race, which will be good for the last few races. But it looks like this is our opportunity to really pull away from Marquez in the championship. I presume that's not him in 21st place. I assume that is his teammate Alex Marquez. But we still lead. I'm so surprised that Quartararo hasn't been able to catch up to us. Not really been pushing too hard, so that's good. The Aprilia is just working down the straights. It's a very quick bike in a straight line, so that's helpful for us. He has got hard in the front tyre though. Marquez is in P8, yeah. We set fast lap of the race. We're a little bit wide at turn 1, but we get away with it. Still got power mode 2 to use up. But yeah, I'm not really pushing, but this is good. We need a result like this. Marquez has a hard in the front, so I suspect he's going to come back a little bit up the grid in the later laps. But he's got a soft in the rear, which, I don't know, it seems a weird tyre combo, really weird tyre combo. And he must be struggling right now, but we're pulling away at a rate of knots to the guys behind. This is good. This is what we need. I can start to save fuel. I'm really looking after the tyres as well. I'm really not pushing, which is good. We need a nice race like this just to help us win the championship. We're almost a second clear of Quartararo. I think Vinales has overtaken Valentino Rossi as well. So I think that's going to put Quartararo under pressure. You can see Vinales closing down. I don't know what's happened to Valentino, but it doesn't look like he's behind Vinales anymore. But this is the first time we've really seen those Yamahas doing well in a race. So it's good for them. And this is the first time I've not really had to push to pull away from the guys behind. Really not. I know I'm not putting in blistering pace, but Quartararo isn't catching up. And at the final corner, is it going to be another fast lap of the race? I don't think so. 31.5, yeah, a couple of tenths slower than our quickest lap, but I would take that. Braking into turn number 1 now. Chuck it in. A little bit wide on exit. Quite missed the apex slightly, but we get away with it really. Now powering down this back straight, and we're just pulling away from Fabio Quartararo on the Petronas. This is good. Vinales putting on the pressure on Quartararo. They're going side by side down this straight. Oh, he might get him. See who comes out on top at turn 4. I've got a feeling Vinales is going quickly, and he might push onto the back of us if we're not careful, so it'd be good to save a bit of fuel so we can use power mode 2 to defend down the straights if we need to. But Quartararo is still in second place. He's still ahead of Vinales, so if anything, that's given us a lifeline. I think Vinales is going quicker than the Frenchman at the minute. Oh, we're running a bit deep into turn 12. I was just pushing the braking zone a bit, just trying to extend the gap, but we still go fast. It's 30.9. So if we push, we've got way more pace. But I don't need to push. I don't want to take unnecessary risk or take life out of the tyres that we don't need to. Still got plenty of fuel there. I'm going to use power mode 2 because I accidentally slipped off with the controller there. That's how relaxed I am. I've never been this relaxed in a career mode race ever. We seem to have a lot of pace over the AI. Oh, a little bit wide on exit. Messed that line up. But right, let's get our head down. See if we can bring home the win. And this should really extend our lead over Marquez in the championship because he's only in P8. And I don't know where Dovi is. Yeah, Marquez is only P7. And Dovi's P10. This could be the race that decides the championship for us, really. As long as we keep putting in the consistent results we are. then we should be okay. But that rear tyre is getting a little bit hot on the left-hand side, so we've got to watch out for that. But yeah, we're pulling away slowly from Quartararo. He seems to have upped the pace over Vinales now, so bit of a Yamaha civil war going on behind. But yeah, let's carry on with our pace, focus on our race, and bring home the win for Aprilia. Oh, Jack Miller hit the deck, and then Bagnaia just before that hit the deck, so something must have happened with the two Pramacs. I hope they didn't hit each other, because Ducati won't be happy with that. So we set fastest lap of the race, 30.2. I did bang it up into power mode 2 for that lap, just to give us just over a second, nearly a second and a half gap to the guys behind. It's Quartararo being hunted down by Vinales, but it is the last lap. I'm going to have to flick it down to power mode 0 for the tight sections of this lap, I think. But it looks like we could very much bring home the win. 1.8 seconds clear at this late stage in the race. This is good. The rear tyre is looking a bit sorry for himself, but it's looking good. We should be able to bring it home. Dovizioso climbing up to P8 now. Rins getting the job done on Marquez, which is going to help us out. Marquez getting the job done back at Rins. Even if Marquez finishes in 6th place, I think that's what he was, we'll still get a whole bunch of points over him. At least, what, 10, 12 points over him possibly. Rossi getting ahead of Crutch though. A little bit wide there. Miller and P19. Flick it back up into power mode 1. Guys behind aren't really catching, which is good. We can just bring the bike home. I've got loads of fuel left now. Oops. We can go power mode 2 a little bit down here. The rear tyres, yeah, it's really seen better days. Bring it home, they're around the final corner. No mistakes, plenty of fuel left, didn't even need to save it. But here we go, we're going to bring home a nice easy win. We lead from start to finish to take the victory out in Thailand. So that's good. Good result for us. 17 points clear of Marquez. That could be the race that decides the championship, but we've still got a ways to go. 4 races remain this season, and I have put a poll up on the channel for you to decide where you want me to go next season. It's looking like over 50% of people have chosen Yamaha, and that's the team I did want to go to, but we might not get a contract off from them, so we could have to go Ducati, could have to go Honda. I'm happy with any of them. That's why I've asked what you guys want, but my preference would be Yamaha. So there we have it. That's been it for today's episode. I really do hope you have enjoyed. A very exciting first race, and then a more calm and collected second victory here today. So that's been it for today's episode. If you did enjoy, smash the like button, share it around with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe for more F1 and MotoGP content. So I'll see you guys in the next one.